There was an elderly woman who was living in her house with a horrible landlord. Her sewage pipes had burst, and the waste from her neighbors was coming up into her house. She's a grandmother raising her grandchildren, and by the time she came to us, her house and her car and her clothes all smelled like sewage, and her children were about to start school. You could tell that her spirit had been broken. It meant a lot to call a civil engineer, contractors, pay her rent, to get her lights cut back on, to give her children school supplies, to let her leave with groceries. We had to find her someplace else to live. You have people that are engineering and designing cars, people that are engineering and designing skyscrapers. We have to engineer a better quality of life. Hosea Feed the Hungry's story really starts with Hosea Williams. His story goes on to work for Dr. King as one of the generals of the civil rights movement. Dr. Martin Luther King's true message was that there's power in the poor. So in 1971, Hosea Williams started Hosea Feed the Hungry. We have a volunteer force of about 900 people show up, deliver food, give free haircuts, doctors that see people for free. Originally, we were only open 3 days a year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Dr. King's birthday. He had a really small staff, only about 5 or 6 people. When Hosea Williams died in the year 2000, his daughter, Elizabeth Omolami, took over the organization and decided to do the impossible, which was provide those services all year long. Very early on, we realized that we couldn't really facilitate the growth ourselves. She realized that our capacity to serve was based on our ability to facilitate this human resources function.
We have been using PEO services for about 11 years now. I am the sole person handling our HR, payroll, and benefits. And without a PEO, we would have to hire at least 2 other part-time employees.
We count on HROi's expertise. And an organization with a future like ours, the market needs are going to change. How do I bring on more people? What should I pay those people? What benefits should those people get?
As far as employees go, their well-being is critical to the organization. It's so important that we keep their morale up. Every day is a new day. Every day is going to have new challenges, unexpected issues. So in order for our employees to be able to effectively deal with our clients, they have to be well taken care of with the organization.
As a nonprofit, you may not always be able to provide the benefits you wish you could.
Trying to get health insurance or dental insurance on our own is very expensive. But being able to go through a PEO, we are much more competitive. We can offer them a 401k plan. We can offer them life insurance and health insurance, a flexible spending account that just really helps us with our recruitment. So they have been instrumental in our being able to be more marketable and more attractive to professionals to come into the organization. HROi helps me to be very efficient. For me to be able to reach out to one person, I can call Renee, and Renee can go within the organization and reach out to who she needs to make sure that it happens.
I've actually been in the PEO industry for about 15 years, so I've worked with a variety of companies. When I joined HROi, I was very pleased to see that I now have the opportunity to work with this foundation. My goal is always to make their lives easier, to come to us for the services and the products that they need in order to be able to have their employees feel well taken care of, paid properly.
She has just been wonderful in terms of being accessible, and I never have to worry about, well, if it's a workers' comp issue, who should I talk to? If it's an employee issue, who should I talk to?
There's a lot of things that nonprofit organizations don't know about law or appropriate human resources policies and procedures.
Having a PEO, peace of mind for me is greatest in the area of compliance, knowing that our quarterly payroll taxes are paid and that they are filed properly and correctly. The peace of mind in knowing that our labor law posters are updated, knowing that when auditors come, I have the payroll reports and I have the personnel files in order as an organization. That is just great peace of mind. HROi feels like an extension of our organization.
I think ultimately there are a lot of mistakes to be made in the field of human resources. Having HROi allows us to dream about growing the staff larger, about more complex operations.
So if you are considering using a PEO, I would highly recommend it because it is going to give you the support that you need in the area of your employees, your very important human resource, so that you can focus on the work that you're doing.